Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do another pregnancy update. I'm going to try and keep these as regular as I can because I think it's nice to look back on, and I've done them with Ellie. So a little bit about me if you don't follow me or you haven't subscribed. I'm Katie. I have a little daughter called Ellie who is 3.5 and a cat who's just walked past me, and we're currently expecting a baby boy. So if you haven't watched our gender reveal, which I've just gave it away, so maybe I should cut that bit out. I will leave a link down below to our gender reveal that we literally done a few days ago. It was so much fun and we are so thrilled, as you can see by our reaction. So yeah, my channel you'll see a lot of pregnancy updates, baby hauls, everything to do with toddlers, day in the lives, everything, pretty much everything on my channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, and I'd love if you would come and join our channel. I am currently 17 weeks pregnant. I turn 17 weeks today, and the baby is the size of a turnip, which is crazy. A lot has happened since my last update. I think my last update was 12 weeks. A lot has happened, so I will fill you in now. After we got back from holiday, I went for my antenatal care appointment. I wasn't really sure what this was gonna consist of because I never had one with Ellie. I didn't know if it was gonna be like a midwife checkup. Yeah, I just didn't really know. But basically, they took my blood pressure, urine, that was all absolutely fine. He told me my blood results as well, which again were fine, so that's all good. And then he just spoke about basically like how my pregnancy is going, a little bit about how I want the birth to go. So he mentioned obviously I've had a C-section, emergency C-section before, and he just said like, what would you want this time? We are going down the path of a elective C-section, like a planned C-section, just because of how my labour went last time. And he said if I was to have a natural delivery, then they wouldn't be able to induce me how I was with Ellie because that failed. So there are quite a few complications if I did go down the road of having a natural delivery. I said to him, I'm pretty much sure that I would want the elective C-section. I just feel like the second time around it probably would end up how it ended up with Ellie. So it's just better off having the C-section. So he was like, not a problem, you know, it's your choice, it's completely up to you. So he said to come back on the 31st of October, which is obviously nearer my end of the pregnancy, and he will kind of talk about the planned C-section a bit more. Maybe go for, I think I've got to go for like a preparation day or evening, and book me in. So yeah, it was kind of short and sweet. I thought it was going to be a little bit more about it. I thought they were actually going to give me a date then, but they didn't because I'm probably so early. So yeah, that's what we've got to look forward to. My next midwife appointment isn't till August now because obviously it's my second baby and everything's going smoothly so far, so they're not going to see me till August. I did have my 20-week scan through the post, and that is in July. I think it's around the 20th of July. And I also had my Down syndrome test results back as well, so that is low risk, which is really good. So yeah, everything's looking really good in the pregnancy. We had our gender reveal, which I spoke about a little bit before. So I'll leave a link down below if you'd like to see that video. It was so much fun to do, and I'm really glad that we chose to do it that way. A lot of people were a bit confused, like if you don't know about the whole gender reveal balloon then you probably wouldn't understand, but basically we booked an early scan. I was 16 weeks and 4 days when we had the scan, and we told the lady that was doing the scan basically we didn't want to know, so she turned the screen off, and I said to her, can you write down if it's a boy or girl on a piece of paper in an envelope? So we didn't know when we were having our scan. She turned the screen off like I said, and she done kind of, you know, a good look to see, and to be honest she found it really quick. When we had our early scan with Ellie, it took a lot longer. I remember I had to walk around for a bit, and come back because the lady found it quite hard to tell. But this time she was very, very sure, and she found it quite quickly. So yeah, we didn't see any of it. She put it in the envelope and then she put the screen back on because she said, do you still want to see the baby? But obviously I won't show down that bit in case it gives it away. So I was like, oh yes, like I don't want to waste this scan and not see our baby. So we got to see the baby. She put it into, I think it was 3D or 4D, but it was crazy how much you could see like the baby, because obviously it's still fairly small in my stomach, but on the 4D scan it just looked like a baby. And Paul said his heart was pounding. I was quite relaxed. I don't know why, I was really relaxed, I was just excited, but Paul's heart was pounding because he just wanted to know the sex. But yeah, to me, looking back on the photos, which I'll show you in a second, it looks so much like a boy, like without a doubt, it looks so much like a boy. And Paul said it as well, and the family said it when we showed them the photos. So yeah, it was moving like crazy, as you can imagine, and we are actually now experiencing the baby kick and like flutter. It was when I got back from holiday, I was feeling like little flutters, and I thought, oh, maybe it's just like gas or wind, maybe it's not the baby. But I think it was last week when I was laying down, we could really feel the baby kick, and Paul could feel it as well. Like, it was so strong. And they do say on your second baby you're more likely to feel it, so it's so lovely to feel the baby wiggling around, and you know, it just gives you a bit more reassurance. But yeah, the baby's fine, it's measuring bang on track, really, really healthy, and yeah, I just feel like on cloud 9 at the moment. So anyway, after the scan, we booked a balloon lady, so we were kind of like emailing her dates and times and stuff, so she knew we were coming straight after the scan. And I handed the envelope to the lady, so we didn't have a clue at this point what the sex of the baby was, and we waited in the car while she was like prepping the balloon. And basically it was a big black balloon, and we didn't realise how big it was. We just about got it in the car. It was so funny. And she put basically pink confetti inside, or blue confetti inside for a boy. So when we pop it, the confetti comes out and the big reveal's there. So we went to my mum's house because I wanted a few family members to like film it for us, because it was so hard having like Ellie and this massive giant balloon and trying to set up cameras. It was just like chaos. So a few of our family members like filmed and took photos of the gender reveal, which was so lovely. It turned out so nice. And yeah, we popped it, and at first when we popped it, it looked white. It took me a while to actually realise that it was blue until I looked on the ground. And as you can tell by our reaction, me and Paul's, we were just over the moon. We are so happy. We've finally got, you know, one of each, a boy and a girl, and we just couldn't be happier. And Ellie also wanted a little boy as well. All along she's been saying, I want it to be a boy, I want a brother. She wants to call him Dave, which is not happening, by the way. But yeah, she wants to call him Dave. And yeah, we're just so happy, and it's just made me all excited now to finally like start baby shopping, which I've done. So look out for a baby boy haul coming up very soon on the channel. So yeah, that is a little bit about kind of how the early gender scan went, and obviously you all know now that we're having a little boy. Our due date was now being brought to the 1st of December. Originally it was, I think it was the 4th of December or the 5th, and it's now the 1st of December. He did say to me if I did have a planned C-section, then I would probably have the baby at 39 weeks, which will be at the end of November. Obviously everything could change throughout my pregnancy, so that might not happen. The baby might have to come a little bit earlier, or yeah, we'll just see. But at the moment it could be at the end of November or the first week of December, which is really exciting. We felt the baby kick. I can't remember when we felt the baby kick with Ellie. I think it was around this time. But the baby is just constantly wiggling around, especially in the evenings as well, when we're like chilling watching Love Island, I can just feel the baby go crazy. So a little bit about my symptoms. The sickness has died down massively. Like, I feel so good at the moment, and because obviously I'm in my second trimester, the sickness does sometimes go, but I personally thought I was going to have the sickness throughout my whole pregnancy, so I was a little bit scared. I did get tablets from the doctor in case obviously it comes back, but saying that, I do get the nausea now and then, but it's nothing like how it was in the beginning. People did say it was a boy, like, you're going to have a boy, because my pregnancy was so different this time around. With Ellie, it was quite a smooth pregnancy, and this one has been a lot different. So yeah, it's definitely true what they say. I still get the nausea. It's sometimes when I'm really hungry, like I'm constantly hungry, and I feel like all I'm doing at the moment is eating, which, to be honest, I'm not really bothered, because if it makes me feel better, then that's what I'm going to do. In the mornings as well, like this morning when I was getting Ellie's breakfast ready, I was feeling a little bit nauseous then, so I had to stick on some toast for me, and that made me feel a lot better. So I know how to kind of control it now, and it's nothing like how it was in the first trimester, which is just brilliant. And the only other symptom I've really had, and it's probably been the worst, and I don't want to sound like I'm moaning, but obviously this is a pregnancy vlog and I want to, you know, tell you how I'm feeling, but my boobs, they have been really sore. It literally feels like they're bruised and like someone's sticking needles in them. So I like sleeping on my side and my front, but obviously I can't sleep on my front at the moment, but even laying on my side, they are so painful. When I have a shower, when the water hits them, it's just, oh, it's so painful. And I've got quite a few lumps as well, like on my nipples. I don't really know if I'm going to say that or cut that out, but I'm going to be as honest as I can. Which I started to get a bit worried about, but I looked it up and it's really common in pregnancy, and it's just to do with like the milk glands, and obviously my boobs are getting quite a bit bigger now. So yeah, a lot of changes are happening down there, which, to be honest, with Ellie, I never really had. They got bigger, but nothing like this. This is just crazy at the moment. So yeah, if anyone's got any tips on sore boobs and like anything that can help them, please let me know, because obviously I can't take anything like painkillers and stuff. All that's really been happening at the moment, but I am feeling so good now that the sickness is gone and we know that we're having a baby boy. And yeah, I'm just feeling like on cloud 9 at the moment. A lot of people asked me how I coped on holiday being pregnant, and I thought it was actually okay. I was kind of dreading it because when I was pregnant with Ellie, we went to Egypt, and I think I found that a little bit harder. But this time around it was really nice. I was quite sensible, making sure I was hydrated, and I sat in the shade when I needed to, because it was really hot out there, but we did have some kind of cooler days, which was nice. And obviously I had Paul there as well to help with Ellie, so I was really worried about that, going on holiday with a toddler and being pregnant, but to be honest it was absolutely fine, and I think it done us good having a bit of sun. The last thing I quickly wanted to mention was this little pregnancy journal by Busy Bee. Now, I love Busy Bee. I've got a lot of their stationery. My whole wedding stationery was from them, and I didn't know that they actually have a baby range. So they've got some stuff like a baby album and something for the grandparents, which I saw online. But this is going to be perfect for any mummies to be, or anyone that likes to kind of keep organised and write little things about how they're feeling. So yeah, it's just a little journal, and it's got like in the beginning, so the dates I found out I was pregnant, and as you can tell I've filled it in. And then you've got like GP surgery number, midwife's name, hospital number, estimated due date. So if you need to know any contact numbers, it could all be written down in here, which is really useful. And then I've wrote here how I found out I was pregnant, how I felt, hopes and fears. So I've got, obviously, I hope to have a smooth and healthy pregnancy. Fear is, obviously, if I have a C-section, it's still going to be a major operation. And then it's got emergency numbers, foods to avoid. So I think this is a really good idea, because when I was a first-time mum and I was pregnant, I was really conscious about the things I couldn't do and I could do when I was pregnant. So it's really good to kind of write down the foods to avoid and stuff like that. And then it's got what star sign will baby be. So I'm going to look here. So if the baby is born at the end of November to the first week of December, it's going to be Sagittarius, which is really cool. And then it's got pregnancy diary, so you can write week by week how I feel, what I've been up to, cravings, appointments, and then it tells you the baby is the size of a peppercorn, stuff like that. Now let's have a look. So the baby is the size of an onion. But it's just really handy because the amount of appointments you get when you're pregnant, it can be a little bit overwhelming, and I used to put them in my phone, but I do like writing stuff down, so this is going to be really handy. So questions for midwife. So sometimes when I go to a midwife appointment, my mind just goes blank, especially if I've got Ellie with me. I'm just like all over the place. So and I go home and I think, oh, I wish I asked her that, or I've got to now wait till my next appointment to ask her that. So having this little page where I can write down questions per is going to be really useful. And I carry this with my red book as well. And then it's just got stuff like boy names we like, girl names, baby shower, so I can write down the guest list, the gift list, photos. So yeah, it's a really lovely book and a keepsake, and I never had one of these with Ellie, and I wish I did. So this is going to be well used, and like I said, I carry it everywhere with me to my appointments in case I need anything in there. But I'll leave a link down below if you'd like to maybe have a look at their range, or you'd like to purchase one yourself. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly show you my baby bump. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I will try and update you all in a week or 2 weeks. It'll probably be 2 weeks if nothing major has changed. Okay, so this is my bump. This top is really hard to show it, but as you can see, my belly button is still out. That is going to remain out. And then this is the bump at 17 weeks, which is pretty big, and definitely different to how I was carrying Ellie. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe and leave me a comment down below. If you are pregnant, how many weeks a year, I would love to know. And yeah, I'll speak to you all soon.